So if you ever wanted to own a Coke machine with a Twitter logo on it, well, now is your chance. Twitter is auctioning off some of their assets. This is a real thing. I'm not making it up. And there's the Coke machine for yourself. You can see it. And I mentioned this story first because someone was writing in comments that, Chris, oh, you just make stuff up. I don't believe it. This kind of things. Here it is. This is Fox News. I'm sure you trust Fox News. They always tell the truth, right? Fox News. They're even reporting as well that Twitter is auctioning off some of their assets. I'm not making stuff up. I don't make stuff up. I have no reason to make stuff up. It's not what I do. And I want to take a look at it with you guys together. It's really quite interesting. And one of the reasons why we're doing this as well, if you're interested in business, interested in management, it's actually really fun to watch a company meltdown live. And can he turn around? Maybe. But this is the website. This is called Heritage Global Partners. This is where they auction off stuff. You can see the Twitter logo right there. We'll go and click on that. And you can see the stuff they're auctioning. They got this whole list. Basically, they fired all of their cooks over at Twitter. That was one of the things that you guys know is a benefit for many tech companies, but basically no more free lunches at Twitter. They're firing all the cooks, and they're essentially auctioning off all the stuff. This is it right here. So true story, too. If you're looking to get basically industrial-grade cooking equipment, this would be like a meat slicer, stuff like that. It's all going to be on sale right now. And there's probably going to be a lot of this kind of opportunities in as companies either go bankrupt or fold or fire employees, that they're going to have a lot of extra, equipment on site that you're going to come auction. I'm assuming, though, this kind of stuff, if you are going to buy it, you probably got to go pick it up. That's usually it is. There's the Twitter Coke machine there. You can see rotisserie chicken. And they had actually office supplies as well, because remember, too, if you fire 75% of the employees, you have all of these chairs, desks, monitors, all this stuff that you don't need anymore. And the interesting thing is, too, they have like a what do you want to call it? Like a soundproof call room kind of thing. You can buy one of those. I'm sure someone's going to buy this stuff. And essentially, this is where, like I said, if you're going to start a company or a business where there's a lot of stuff to essentially fire sale, they see there's all their monitors and things like that. Because when you don't have employees, you don't need any of this stuff, right? You got projectors over there as well. There's one thing in particular I want to point out, which is not there. It's actually here, is this @ symbol. This is a for sale. The bid starts at $25. And like, if I were going to do a startup company, I would totally buy this thing. True story. The auction, I think, starts like around mid-January is what it's saying here. It says timed auction January 17th, San Francisco. Buyer's premium 18%, sales tax 8.63%. 8.63%. And the other thing is, too, with this thing is they were saying that I think they have like 600 items on sale, something like that. It says around here somewhere. But you guys get the idea. I just want to point this out. I think it's like 600. I could, now that part, oh no, I take that back. 307 items on sale is what it looks like to me. So a lot of chairs and things like that of that nature. So I just wanted to show you guys, I don't make up random stuff. They're selling a bunch of things at Twitter. This one here is pretty funny. If you want a Twitter bird statue, you can get that as well. There's all sorts of things you can check out for yourself. Is HE Global Partners. I don't work for this company by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't work for Twitter either. Also, too, this was an interesting one, and a couple people mentioned in comments. I looked it up. It looks like it is a thing. So Twitter suspends. There was like a account that was tracking Elon Musk's plane. I'm not sure exactly, because the website is still there, or the Twitter account is still there. But the user who controls it says, that he's been banned. So maybe essentially they just locked out his access to it. So that's what I can find. But it's kind of interesting because, remember, Musk said he's all about free speech, but he is banning accounts. That is a real thing. So don't just think that he doesn't ban anyone. He does. He censors this person's speech. And I have no problem with banning accounts and stuff like that. If they're a danger to society, or they're tweeting out stuff you probably shouldn't be tweeting, I got no problem with that myself. But the thing that becomes hypocritical is when Elon Musk is telling everyone that he's not going to ban anyone and it's all free speech. It's simply not true. He does ban accounts. He also banned Kanye West's account as well. Also, too, this is another one, and I think this is probably one of the, yes, the auction stuff is funny, and yes, we're talking about it. It's funny. But this is actually a bigger one. So the latest sort of rumor going around now is Twitter is considering a new way to make money, and it's basically selling your data. So that's not new. But the new thing is that they want to make it so that when you sort of log into the app, you have to opt in to giving up your location and privacy settings. Essentially, say you have to approve it or you can't use the app. And this goes against Apple's policy. And also, too, you're going to run into problems, be it in Europe, maybe in different countries in Asia. It doesn't matter. Every country is going to be different. I don't know which ones it are. I don't have a full list of all countries in the world. but I'm just telling you guys that there's going to run into some issues. And so Elon Musk needs to make money. You guys know that. And so one of the things is that if you sell, users' location data, that can get you more money. The other thing too, which I was reading as well, which has been under consideration, but this would also be probably very controversial, is that not only would Twitter or any social media company for that matter, would they want your location to sell you stuff, depending on where you are. Also too, all of your contacts have access to that. So like, for example, if you accept, then they can, grab all the data off your phone, for example. So if you think this sort of social media stuff doesn't matter, I would argue that you're wrong. I think people do care about their data, and I think people also care about their friends' data. So we'll see how this proceeds. The problem is right now, I've been reading as well, is the usage of the marketing app for Twitter, meaning that if I'm a company and I want to market on Twitter, I guess the amount of companies and just the percentage of people who are using it, that stuff is down as well. So you're trying to either sell off your assets that you already have. You're also too not paying the rent. This is over at Twitter, and also too you're not paying the employee severance that you promised them. So it's going to be a crazy situation. I wouldn't recommend any of these business practices to anyone. However, to be fair, Elon Musk is a rich person. He's the second richest person in the world, and that's why we study it, because it's actually really quite interesting to see what happens. And I also know that there's a lot of Elon Musk fanboys and fangirls that say, Chris, you're just stupid. Elon Musk knows everything. He's a superhero. He can do it all. And this is what I say. Just wait, see what happens, and be honest about what happens. So when I show you stuff that Twitter is selling off assets, I'm not making it up. When I show you things that like, hey, it looks like there's a rumor that they're thinking about using your privacy data, your location data, I'm not just making random stuff up, right? So regardless of what happens, just be honest. If the company goes bankrupt, that's what happens. If the company makes a ton of money, that's what happens. I don't make stuff up. And the reason why I talk this way to you, and I want to talk with you guys about this, is because if you want to run your own company, and if you want to do a good job managing people, don't just live in fantasy world, live in reality. The reality is you need money to run a business, right? And like, how do you run a business? Well, social media company, you try to be attractive to advertisers, and advertisers, give you money to put products on your brand. But the thing is like, if your brand, right, Twitter brand is not attractive to advertisers, then where are you going to get that money? And this is where we're having this conversation where people who are Twitter fanboys and fangirls, or Elon Musk fanboys or fangirls, they think, oh, well, Elon's going to bring all the brands back and everyone's going to come. Well, let's see. And if they don't, be honest about it, that they didn't come back, right? And if they do come back, I will tell you. I say, hey, it looks like they're coming back, and these are the ones that are coming back. So I'm just showing you these guys things because I want you to get your mind thinking in this kind of way, because that's how you can do well in the world, by living in reality, and you'll do really well. So I promise you, you will. So anyway, thanks again for watching, everyone. Love to hear your thoughts on this thing. What do you think about privacy data? Would you auto-accept? Would you use Twitter no matter what, accept anything that Elon says? Or are you like, you know what? I don't want to share my location. It's not worth it to me. Love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll catch you next video.